Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into a massive, pivotal moment from May 2026 that is completely realigning the artificial intelligence landscape. We are officially past the cute, experimental phase of AI, guys. We're now entering this period of intense, high-stakes maneuvering among the world's absolute biggest tech giants. And look, this isn't just about getting a slightly faster chatbot anymore. No, this is about infrastructure, corporate dominance, and controlling the literal underlying fabric of the internet. So, grab your notebooks because the fallout from these moves is going to fundamentally change how every single one of us interacts with digital information. Just 24 hours ago, TechCrunch's Sarah Perez put it incredibly bluntly. She said Google search as you know it is over. I really want you to let the weight of that sink in for a second. Think about it. The absolute bedrock of the internet for the last 20 years has been that simple act of typing some keywords into a blank white box and scrolling through a list of blue links, right? Well, that era is officially coming to a close. What we're witnessing right now is a complete paradigm shift toward generative, conversational answers. Instead of giving you a map so you can go find the info yourself, these new systems retrieve, synthesize, and hand you the final answer directly. It's sparking this absolute no-holds-barred battle for the future of information access, pitting legacy behemoths like Google against rapidly scaling challengers like OpenAI. Section 1. Google's new agent era. So, we are rapidly moving away from the old way of interacting with machines. You know, those passive, reactive chatbots we've all gotten so used to over the last couple of years. You ask a question, the machine answers, and then it just sits there waiting for your next command. Well, that model is basically obsolete already. Google is betting its entire future on the new wave. Proactive agents. Powered by their new Gemini 3.5 Flash model, these aren't just tools waiting for instructions. They are autonomous agents designed to actually take complex actions on your behalf across a bunch of different apps. Imagine an AI that doesn't just tell you the weather in Tokyo, but autonomously checks your calendar, spots a scheduling conflict, books a flight, and reschedules your meetings, all without you having to prompt it step by step. It's a massive pivot from conversational AI to actionable agentic AI. Now, to actually make these powerful new agents work, Google just unleashed a slew of hardware and app updates at I/O 2026. And the goal here is to deeply embed their AI into our daily physical and digital routines. First up, new audio-powered smart glasses. They are clearly taking a page right out of Meta's playbook here, which is absolutely crucial because for an agent to really assist you, it needs multimodal context. It needs to hear what you hear and eventually see what you see, getting the AI off your phone screen and literally onto your face. Second, they're rolling out major updates to the Gemini app to fiercely rival ChatGPT and Claude. And finally, this is wild, you'll have the ability to converse directly with your Gmail inbox. We're not just talking about drafting emails anymore. It's about giving an AI agent the keys to manage your communications, summarize your life's logistics, and act as your ultimate digital proxy. Section 2. OpenAI's aggressive expansion. But look, while Google is busy locking down its hardware and software ecosystem, the competition is moving with unprecedented speed. OpenAI is actively clearing legal hurdles and prepping for war. Take their recent court victory, for example. Elon Musk tried to claim that Sam Altman essentially stole a nonprofit to turn it into a profit-driven juggernaut. While Musk completely lost that lawsuit when evidence popped up showing he actually had similar ambitions to commercialize the tech himself. That is a massive legal cloud lifted right off OpenAI's shoulders. But they aren't slowing down. Reports show they're actually preparing legal action against their own partner, Apple. It's a crazy high-stakes gamble over control of the iOS ecosystem and data access. It just proves OpenAI isn't afraid to bite the hand that feeds them if it secures their long-term position. And all of this ruthless corporate maneuvering, it's culminating in a looming September IPO. Going public is a strategic necessity for them right now to secure this unprecedented war chest of capital, so they can buy the immense computing power needed to win this arms race. And just to add a fascinating plot twist to this whole rivalry, we recently found out that key OpenAI co-founder Andrej Karpathy has officially jumped ship. He joined the pre-training team at their major rival, Anthropic. Now, Anthropic has always kind of positioned itself as the safety-conscious dark horse in this race, building models that frequently go toe-to-toe with GPT-4. Karpathy is literally one of the most respected minds in neural network architecture, so his expertise moving to a direct competitor highlights something super important. In this high-stakes arms race, computing power and money are only half the equation. The battle for top-tier visionary talent in Silicon Valley is equally fierce.
Losing a founding architect to a company like Anthropic proves this competitive landscape is way more volatile than just a simple two-horse race between Google and OpenAI.
Section 3. The industry ripple effect.
3,000. That is the exact number of employees that legacy enterprise company Intuit is laying off right now. Look, this titan clash at the top isn't happening in a vacuum. It is sending immediate, massive economic shockwaves through the broader tech ecosystem. Intuit is specifically doing these layoffs so they can refocus their internal efforts entirely on artificial intelligence. It's a huge indicator of where the overall economy is going. We're seeing real-world consequences as companies scramble to adapt to this agentic AI wave. They're shedding traditional customer service, basic coding, and administrative roles, and instead desperately trying to hire prompt engineers, machine learning specialists, and AI integration managers. If legacy companies don't restructure their entire workforce around this tech, they risk total obsolescence. But man, the human cost of that rapid, mandated pivot is incredibly significant. But then on the flip side of that economic coin, we're seeing an absolute boom in a very specific sector. AI search startups are literally blowing up right now. While legacy companies are forced to shed jobs to survive, venture capital is just flooding into these brand new challengers who are trying to dethrone the giants entirely. Investors are looking at the vulnerability of traditional Google search and seeing a once-in-a-generation gold rush. These emerging conversational search engines are raising hundreds of millions in seed rounds. They're betting that users just want ad-free, direct answers synthesized from the web rather than a page cluttered with sponsored links. It creates this fascinating David versus Goliath dynamic. The startups have agility and absolutely nothing to lose, while the incumbents have distribution and endless capital, but are totally weighed down by the fear of cannibalizing their own highly profitable legacy business models.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a really pivotal question to ponder. With traditional search fundamentally breaking down and trillion-dollar companies fighting for the crown, who is ultimately going to dictate how you access information tomorrow? When proactive AI agents replace the act of actually searching for answers yourself, whoever controls the agent controls your digital reality. Is it going to be Google's deeply integrated ecosystem, OpenAI's relentlessly expanding empire, or some disruptive startup we haven't even heard of yet? The arms race has really just begun, and the ultimate prize is the future of the internet itself. So, who will dictate your digital reality tomorrow? Subscribe for more AI secrets.